The AFC Champions League group stage enters week 2 as attention switches to the second round of matches in Group F. Today we've moved to Pathum in the north of Bangkok as the two winners from match day 1 go head-to-head. It's the defending champions Ulsan Hyundai taking on BG Pathum United, who'll be playing in the familiar surroundings of their home stadium. Well, confirmation of the table, both BG and Ulsan won their opening matches. Vital and Kaya, who will play later on, looking to get off the mark, but it would be a big boost to taking a step towards the quarter-finals if either of these top two, the round of 16 rather, if either of these top two could get themselves the 3 points here. Ulsan battled hard against Vital. Weather conditions hot and humid once again. 1 or 2 dark clouds overhead. There's been quite a lot of rain around in Thailand over the last few days, but hopefully it won't impact on the action too much. Ulsan lifted the trophy towards the end of last year in December when that centralised knockout stage and group stages were played in Doha in Qatar. Beat Persepolis from Iran in the final. BG Pathum, Bangkok Glass as they were formerly known before changing their name, flying the home flag at the moment of the 4 Thailand teams that are participating. The first time we've had 4 teams from Thailand in the competition. Koreans rule the roost in terms of winning the AFC Champions League 12 times. Teams from the Korea Republic have won. Japan are the next with 7. BG Pathum United making just a second appearance. Not in the group stages, they did get to the playoff in 2015. They were beaten by Beijing FC. But that winning start at the weekend was just the tonic for Aurelio Vidmar back in charge for a second spell at the club. The Rabbits, as they're known, hence the badge. Even though they are in their home stadium, they are officially the away team today, so they will be using a different dressing room to the one they're used to, slightly different surroundings. If you wonder where the name Rabbit comes from, it's the Chinese zodiac sign of the first club president, Pavin Biramkadi, who was born in the Chinese year of the rabbit. Love that little bit of symbolism. Began as Bangkok Glass in 1979. 1999, the employees and management formed a pretty substantial football club by then. And now they're among, as you see, Asia's 40 top clubs. We've already seen 20 in the Western section in April. Our 8th place is already locked in for those teams, and 8 places up for grabs here in the Eastern section. 5 group winners go through, so this is a massive boost if you can get 3 points today. 6 matches coming in quick succession, and the heat and humidity may have a play on team selection as we go through the tournament. Ulsan, of course, as we've mentioned, the defending champions, Hyung Bo is their coach. Had to huff and puff a little bit against Vital in that opening game. The coach said that they parked the bus, the Vietnamese, and it was a 91st minute winner from Lucas Hinterseer that secured the points. It looked for a long time as if the points would be shared. It was tough on Vital, but there's an old adage in football that the best form of defence is attack, and in the 91st minute Vital's resistance was broken. All socially distanced, of course, at the moment. Just watching the team arrivals a little bit earlier on, the players are led in one by one, so there's a good gap between them, have their temperature taken and hand sanitised as they make their way into the stadium. Nothing's been left to chance. protocols that are put in place mean that we do have top quality football back on the agenda. No fans at the moment, of course, which is a little bit of a shame. But I'm sure as things progress over the next few weeks and months, as the vaccines kick in around the world, that spectators will be allowed back into stadiums. We've seen the Euro 2020 championships taking place at the moment with some big crowds in places like Hungary, where there are no restrictions anymore. Let's hope that that filters down to this part of the world sooner rather than later. Because the Olympic Games in Tokyo taking place in just a few weeks' time. But our attention's on the AFC Champions League until the 11th of July. By then we'll know the destination of the 8 knockout places. And the Eastern teams will play against each other in the round of 16 before they get mixed in with the Western section for the quarter-finals. Big stage for these players. BG Pathum United really rose to the task on the opening match of the campaign against KOR from the Philippines, the side that had only qualified a few days previously. But this will be a big test for them today against the defending champions. What will their tactics be? Will they go and be positive and take the game by the scruff of the neck? Will they just invite Ulsan on and just wear them down as the game goes on? Look to maybe snatch a late goal. Well, let's take a look at the teams. Ulsan make 4 changes to the side that beat Vital. Lucas Hinterseer, who scored that 91st minute winner, starts for the first time, as do Vaku, Shin Hyung-min and Lee Chung-yong, who wears the captain's armband. We do expect them to go in that 4-2-3-1 formation, with Hinterseer playing as the lone striker. Vako Kavashvili will be just behind him. Referee today is from Qatar, Saud Al Abda. He took charge of 2 group games in Doha last December. His most recent refereeing appointment was Australia's 5-1 win over Chinese Taipei in a World Cup qualifier. Chung Yong and Victor, the 2 respective captains. Unsurprisingly, BG Pathum United's coach Aurelio Vidmar names the same 11 that beat FC KOR so comprehensively in the first match. Keeper Chachai was denied a clean sheet by a late goal from the tournament newcomers. But attentions will again turn to the front 2 of Tirasil Dangda and Diogo, who both scored twice in that opening match and will pose a threat for plenty of defenders in this competition. 3 of the 4 players to drop out of the Ulsan lineup are down on the substitutes bench. 10 players on the bench, 9 players in the 30-men squads, not featuring on a match day, but the bigger squads, of course, just in case there are any COVID issues, or a bit of squad rotation as well, with so many games in such a short space of time. There's a good camaraderie around the BG Pathum United side. Won the Thai League by 14 points from Buriram United. The new Thai League gets underway next month, so they'll be looking to take some positive performances from this. So Dave Bultis there, the big Dutch central defender, was excellent in the first game. So we're underway. Opening game of the day in Group F, the first of our double headers today. Ulsan Hyundai in the blue shirts and the dark blue shorts will kick from right to left in the first half. A change kit today for BG Pathum United of all white. 2 goals in each half was enough to secure the points in their opening game against KOR FC. Kaya in action a little bit later on, as the two sides beaten on match day one go head-to-head in their game a little bit later on. That's FC Kaya against Vital. Hong Myung-bo is the Korean coach. Played at a sweeper back in his playing days with POSCO Adams, who are now known as POSCO Atoms, rather, now known as Pohang Steelers. Second spell as a player at Pohang before moving into his coaching. 52 years of age now. He's been a coach since December 2020. Wasn't in charge when they won the title last season. The honour went to Kim Do-hoon, who guided them to victory. There's Baltis. Already moving the ball around nicely, Ulsan. Could be too deep for Min-jun. Be a different type of game today. I feel for BG Pathum, they may have to be a little bit more patient. You know all about the defending champions. Of course, they'll have studied their performance in the first match. They'll know where the main threat comes from. Aurelio Vidmar became the coach for a second time just a few weeks ago. He's actually appointed at the end of May to replace Duzit Chalamzan, who was in charge last season, but he doesn't have a UEFA Asian Pro license. Were mandatory to coach in the AFC Champions League, so they brought Aurelio Vidmar in, the 54-year-old. Myung-jin. Now Baltis. Chung-yong coming into the side today and taking over the captain's armband. Baltis. Ulsan were dominant in that first match against Vital. They had 71% possession in that first game. 11 shots on goal, but the only shot on target that they had was the shot that gave them the winning goal in the 91st minute. Over 650 passes with a 91% accuracy rate. They really did take the game to the Vietnamese, who was stubborn to say the least. No reason to think that BG Pathum United won't be any less stubborn today. Here's Myung-jin. Now Vako. Taewon. Vako. Took a deflection, it'll go for a corner. Victor, the captain, on defensive duty at the moment, but he scored 15 goals in the league last season. Chul with the Ulsan corner. It's not a great one. Away by Sarak. Big Manchester United fan, Sarak. Favourite player is Paul Scholes. Former midfielder in that great generation of Manchester United players that won the Champions League, the European equivalent of this competition. A foul on Tirasil. Continuing the Manchester connection, Tirasil, who was at Manchester City for a while when Thaksin Shinawatra bought the club. Had some issues with work permits. He never actually played a game for Manchester City. Loaned out to Grasshoppers in Switzerland, and then released once the Abu Dhabi Football Group took over at Manchester City. All the better for his experience, though, according to him. Made him a better player. And he's gone on to have a stellar career in Asia. Scored those 2 goals in the first game. Good ball forward, Hinterseer. Just left unmarked at the moment by Victor, but he recovered well, the big central defender. Jodrak. Ingresso. There's Chul. A little bit of space just opened up for him. Chul again. Looking for Hinterseer in the middle. It's put behind by Victor for another corner. That's good early pressure from Ulsan Hyundai. They will set a new record today, by the way, if they win here. They've won 10 games in a row. If they win today, they will equal the all-time record of 11. That went out and came back in again. And it's a record they set themselves back in 2014 when they won 11 games in a row in this competition. They're the only team to ever got into double figures in terms of victories. The last defeat was against Urawa Reds in the first leg of the round of 16 back in 2019. And clearly see the ball went out of play there and came back in again. Yachinok. So we talk about teams that play the 3 central defenders, which BG Pathum United are playing today. It's a 3-1-4-2 formation effectively, but it switches to a 5 at the back, if you like, when they're on defensive duty, because Jodrak and Santipark will drop back into that back 4. It's more a 3 at the back when they're attacking to get the wide men forward to support Diogo and Tirasil. It's a much favoured formation these days. Ulsan opting to go with the 2 holding midfielders in front of the back 4, Myong-jin and Hyung-min. Vako coming into the starting lineup today, having come off the bench in the last match. Come on at half-time. There's Chung-yong. Just run out of play by Chul. Diogo. Santipark. Titipan. We're back to Piachinok. Chelsea plenty of the ball in the opening stages. The Ulsan left back. Bultis. Ki-hee. One feature of BG's play in that game against KOR was they put 19 crosses into the box during the course of the match. There's a chance for Ulsan to get their first cross in. Vako's ball is cleared away. When you've got strikers the likes of Diogo and Tirasil that are good in the air, then getting balls in from wide, and I think that emphasises the role that Yodrak and Santi Park play in getting balls into the box. Here's Chung Yong. Hyung Min. Taewon. Yong Jin again. Lovely ball. Chul. Good movement again from Ulsan. Chung Yong moving the ball around with a little bit of purpose at the moment, the Koreans, but very well organised. BG Pathum United, as you can see, just closing down those spaces at the moment. Bultis. Chul. Chung Yong stabbed away by Piachinok. It's a wasted ball from Chul. Didn't really get his angles right. Played the first 2 games of the Korean season for Suwon Blue Wings before moving to Ulsan. Made over 150 appearances for the Blue Wings during his time there. Came on in the Champions League final last season against Persepolis. Good ball, well taken by Yodrak. Made his debut in the last match along with the man just inside him, Kevin Ingresso. 2 new signings for the new season. And when you look at the way teams prepare with, as we say, the new Thai season starting next month, this is a brilliant pre-season to have competitive fixtures, 6 games against some of Asia's best, rather than playing the friendly matches that are normally played at a half pace. Here's Chung Yong. Ulsan coming forward again, seeing lots of the ball inside the BG half at the moment. Bit of space here for Taewon. Myongjin just inside him. Tasir has come deep now. He'll make his way into the box. Chung Yong. Vako. Bultis. Good ball over the top. It was an important header by Victor because Hintasir was just behind him. Vako. Now Chul. Chung Yong's ball in. There's a nudge from Yodrak, and it was a clumsy one inside the penalty area. Min Jung, the player that went over. Dangerous game when you raise your hands in the penalty area. He's just helped him on his way, Yodrak, but just needs to be careful. Just praising him on his debut, joined from Rayong FC. Hong Myung-bo, a man who was a real hero among Korean football supporters, of course, was in the World Cup squad in 2002 that did so well, got to the semi-finals from the Gus Hiddink captain career to that 4th place finish, scored the winning penalty in the quarter-final shootout against Spain and voted the 3rd best player of the tournament, Hong Myung-bo. Here's Ingresso, Baltis header. Not really seen much in the final third from BG yet. Lots of time to go, of course, 16 minutes gone here, still 0-0. Hyun-woo, the Ulsan keeper, in a shade of salmon pink today. There's a bit of space here for Tirasil. Be a foul on Diogo, clumsy challenge from Myung-jin, and this is a free kick in a dangerous position. Just dived in a little bit there, Myung-jin, didn't really need to do that. Diogo moved the ball out of his feet well to draw the foul. Has just completed his first season at Pathum United after moving from Johor in Malaysia, who are also in this competition. I'm sure he'll be keeping an eye on his former club's progress. Everybody back here for Ulsan to defend this free kick. It's Diogo that's placed the ball. Titipan's there as well. Diogo rather might fancy his chance from here. Referee just making sure that the BG players aren't within a metre of the defensive wall. I think the lines disappear. They do disappear quite quickly, these lines. We've also got parallel lines as well to stop the white shirts getting too close. Such are the new rules these days. You can't latch yourself onto the end of the wall anymore like the old days. Here's Diogo, up and over, and behind. All stood its ground. He'll be disappointed with that because he was quite away from the edge of the box. There was quite a lot of space to try and get that one up and down for Diogo. No real dip on the ball, though. Some great exponents of the free kick these days, of course, throughout the world game. Chol's clearance has gone out off Titipan. In Ulsan Hyundai throw. So we mentioned earlier on, Ulsan have never managed to win or score against Thailand opposition. They've only played 2 games against Thai opposition in the previous seasons. Both those games against Wangtong United. Home and away in the 2017 group stages, 0-0. In Ulsan before they lost 1-0 away from home in Thailand. He's gone for a corner, just flicked off Victor. I think Hinterseer was lurking, almost found a way through to him. I think he suddenly realised the angle was tight and the best bet was to just let it run behind for the corner. Had spent all his career in Austria or Germany before moving to Thailand, Lucas Hinterseer. Chol's ball in. Piachinok just got enough on that to get it away from Baltis. Vako. Good ball in. Good awareness as well from Jodrak, who knew that Hintersir was coming round behind him, taking no chances and flicking that one away. It's Chung Yong with the corner. Baltis there again. Chachai got a good punch on it and cleared off the line. Brilliantly by Titipan. Well, Chachai came, didn't command, but they got a man on the line. Titipan, sometimes you don't see that these days. People don't, or teams don't tend to put players on the post. But fortunately there, they've managed to keep their goal intact, but Ulsan going close to the opening goal. Vako just rode the challenge. Hyung Min tries his luck from a long way out, just rising over the top of Chachai's bar. Well, Ulsan going very, very close to a first goal in the game. Min Jun was the player that was denied. He had to stretch a little bit to get the shot in. It was almost a toe poke at the end. Chachai under pressure. Such is the danger when you play up from the back. Victor. Piachinok. Jodrak, no one far enough forward to try and challenge that. Well, he's working hard, Jodrak. We've seen him on defensive duty more than we've seen him on attacking duty so far in the opening quarter of the match. Hasn't really found his range in terms of a supply line for the front two as yet. Vako. Another shot takes a deflection and flies into the top corner, and the man who was denied by the clearance on the line a moment or so ago, Min Jun, gets the opening goal of the game. Much better shot struck this time, but the deflection has taken it away from Chachai. And the defending champions, Ulsan Hyundai, have the opening goal of the game. They lead by 1-0. And this time it's taken them to just 24 minutes rather than the 91 it took them against Vital. Shot just looped up off Tunez, which left Chachai rooted to the spot. And Min Jun can celebrate a goal. 5 goals in the K-League so far this season. Actually scored in the last K-League match in a 2-2 draw with Seongnam. Makes it 1-0 here. Santipap. Piachinok. Titipan. Santipap. Much better ball in. Just too close to the goalkeeper, Hyunwoo, who makes a comfortable take. It's a game you feel that would suit Ulsan Hyundai much better, with BG Pathum United coming and being a bit more attacking, say, unlike Vital, who literally just got players behind the ball in that opening game. Really got frustrated and struggled as to how to break that down. BG want to stamp their own authority on this competition and play their own style.
Taewon was caught. The referee will pull that back because there was no advantage. Tunez had got there ahead of Minjun. Just trod on Taewon's foot. Yodrak. There's the goal again. Well, it's unfortunate for Chachai because the deflection just sent it spinning over him. It could have gone anywhere. Fortunately for the Koreans, it's looped and dropped into the net. And Andres Tunez, who hails from Venezuela, does have a Spanish passport. Deflected in. Minjun's goal, though, because the shot was going on target, it won't be an own goal. Here comes the free kick. That bounces through to Chachai. You can see Baltis furious with the delivery, having made his way forward and found himself a bit of space in the box, and not happy with Chul. It's Victor. Diogo. Sarak. Piachinok. Yodrak. Piachinok. Tunez. Yodrak. There's Titipan. Diogo. There's a long way out, pulled the shot. He's claiming a corner, but more in hope than anything else. Didn't really show any great conviction in the shot from that sort of range. Aurelio Vidmar, who, as we mentioned, has only been in charge of the team 5 weeks. He's only really had a week to work with most of the players. A lot of the players were away on international duty. He only had really a week to work with them prior to the tournament getting underway. He was pleased with the way that they were able to adapt to the ideas that he wanted to integrate into the team. Always difficult, of course, when you come to a new club, especially if you don't have a lot of your players for a while. Here's Chul. Angle ball again in towards Minjun, who scored that opening goal. Just raced away to Chachai, the goalkeeper, on that occasion. It's 15 years since Ulsan Hyundai made their debut in the AFC Champions League. They got off to a winning start in a game v Tokyo Verde back in 2006. So far, this is their 66th game in the AFC Champions League. 38 wins, 11 draws and 15 defeats across that 15-year continental career. Players coming across for the first half water break. It is very hot, very humid here in Thailand again. Really does sap the energy. It's a testament to the fitness levels of the players to keep up their pace for 90 minutes or so. Well, BG Pathum United finding themselves a goal down here. They always knew this would be probably the toughest game in the group when you consider the other opposition. They will play Vitel from Vietnam in the back-to-back games on match days 3 and 4. There's the goal that separates the teams. Then it has, when you look at it from that angle, you realise how big a deflection it's taken off Tunjes. Because that ball was heading to Chachai's left, the goalkeeper. The ball's ended up going and looping over him to the right-hand side. It's one of those unfortunate ones. You can't really blame the defender for getting the deflection. Could have gone anywhere. Unfortunately for the Thailand team, it went into the net. Chung Yong has gone down injured after taking a knock in the back from Piachinok. Nothing that a bit of spray won't put right. Ulsan have enjoyed about 58% of the ball in the first half. Haven't seen a shot on goal. Well, the only shot we saw really was the free kick from Diogo that went over the top. No saves needed to be made yet by Hyunwoo. Young Min not happy with a challenge that came in a moment or so ago. As Diogo had his eye on the ball. Didn't like the attention he was getting from Hyung Min, which is why the referee had a word. I have to say the standard of refereeing has been exceptional throughout this competition so far. We have seen a couple of red cards, but nothing that couldn't have been avoided by the officials. In fact, the man in charge today didn't give a single yellow in his last match, the Australia-Chinese Taipei match. Not a referee that likes to bang yellow cards about unnecessarily, which is a good thing. Good ball in! Baltis' header, just wide of the target. Cry of frustration from the Dutchman. It was a great ball and a great header. He got in behind Piachinok. Victor was claiming that he got a hold of Piachinok's shirt, which he may have done, but so close for Dave Baltis. And again, the reaction of Tunjes and Victor to the fact the referee didn't give a free kick, just being pointed out to him. Saud Ali Al-Adba from Qatar, the match referee. Diogo, who might have wriggled away from Baltis, still got a foot in and then brings him down. Well, he might do well to escape a card here, Dave Baltis, because the ball had gone. Diogo was onto it. He's claiming he touched the ball. But there's the initial challenge. Diogo was trying to chase that loose ball. There's the initial. That's nothing wrong with that. This is the one that he's been penalised for. Make you smile, defenders. Never like having fouls given against them. Well, this is a chance for BG Pathum United to put some real pressure on Hyunwoo's goal. All about the quality on the delivery. Victor's forward for this, Tunez is forward for this, looking to try and make amends after that deflection for the goal. Goalkeeper Kane went back and Victor gets the header in, but heads it wide. Again claiming he was having his arm tugged, the captain. Baltis was strong in front of him. Nothing wrong with that. But a better ball in, it was away from the goalkeeper, which gave Victor the chance. It was a heavy tug actually on the arm from Baltis. You can see the sleeve is slightly misshapen now. We don't have VAR, of course, for the group stages here, but we will have for the latter stages of the competition later in the year. Ball away by Piachinok. Chung-yong. Hyun-min just got rid of that. He was under a bit of pressure. Tae-won. Myung-jin. Vako. Chung-yong. Chul was right behind him. Hinterseer was the widest man, now racing to try and get into the centre. Myung-jin. Patient build-up from the Koreans. Tae-won. Good low ball in away by Piachinok, only as far as Chul. Might try his luck, comes off the backside of Titipan. Foul by Vako. Valery Kazashvili, to give him his full name, the man from Georgia. Moved to Ulsan earlier on this year, made his debut against Pohang Steelers in the K-League. Steelers also in this competition, of course. Did play in Georgia's Nations League games fairly recently back in Europe. Scored a penalty in a 2-1 defeat to Armenia. Useful asset to have in the centre of midfield for Ulsan Hyundai. There'll be a free kick to BG. Foul by Hinterseer. Sarak. Diogo. Caught by Chung-yong. He's caught the heel, but it's another free kick with a chance if they can keep this away from the goalkeeper again, where it might give Tunez and Victor the chance to come forward and cause some real problems in the latter stages of this first half. Kevin Ingresso will take the free kick. Curled it towards Diogo. It's a foul right on the edge of the penalty area. Tae-won has gone down. Frustration again for Diogo. Another good delivery though from Kevin Ingresso. Hinterseer just having an argument about something with the referee. Both Tirasil and Diogo scored in the first half against FC Kaya. It was 2-0 at half-time in that one. They trail here to that 24th minute goal from Min Jun. Chul. Vako. Closed down quickly by Santipap. Bultis. Was robbed by Tirasil. Good ball on the overlap. Titipan, if he can keep it away from the keeper, sliced away by Kihi. And Bultis was a little bit complacent. I don't think he really wanted the ball from the throat, which was what he was maybe signifying, or signalling rather, but he did get the ball and lost the ball. Player gone down unchallenged is Piachinot. Santipap, who went down but won't catch that. BG have shown signs that they've certainly got what it takes to try and get back into this game. Ulsan won't be comfortable with just a single goal. They've already shown they've got some quality on deliveries, and Diogo and Victor have had headers on goal without them being unnecessarily troubling for Hyunwoo. Santipap's throw on by Diogo, just too high for Tirasil. .90 seconds plus stoppages to go in the first half. Can BG Pathum United fashion an opening to try and grab an equaliser? Off by Diogo with the shoulder. Away by Chul. Nodded back by Ingresso. It was a missed kick from Jodrak as he burst into the area. That could have been a chance. Still, it's not cleared yet. This is Ingresso. Kept the ball in play, but sliced into the arms of Hyunwoo. Chung Yong rode the challenge well. Reminder, Ulsan Hyundai with a win would equal their own 11-match winning run in the AFC Champions League. Hyungmin. Kihi. Myung-jin. Now Chung Yong. Vako. Away by Victor. For all their possession in the first half, Ulsan haven't created too many chances. They've had 6 shots on goal, just the 2 on target. One of those was the goal that put them in front. We're into 3 minutes added time at the end of the first half. A heavy touch from Min Jun. Scored the only goal of the half so far. Although he was helped by that man's deflection, Tunez. Myung-jin. Hyung-min. An unnecessary challenge really from Santipart, because Jung-young was going away from goal. I'd let the ball go back to Chul. And an unnecessary free kick which might give Ulsan a chance to put a little bit of injury time pressure on Chatchai's goal. Baltis forward. It's headed away by Diogo from in front of his goalkeeper. Chung-young all the way through. And the captain finds a way from the edge of the area to put his side 2-0 up in stoppage time. And it did turn out to be an expensive free kick given away by Santipart. Coming into the starting lineup today, Lee Chung-young and Aurelio Vidmar's side find themselves 2-0 down on the stroke of half-time. Diogo's header away came to Chung-young through a crowd of players. Well, did Hinterseer get a little flick on that? I think he did. I think it's Hinterseer's goal. It is. Well, Lucas Hinterseer, who scored in the first game with a deflection, has scored here again. Well, they can argue about it between themselves. Chung-young with a shot, Hinterseer with a flick. It's his second goal of the group stage, and Ulsan lead by 2-0. Disappointment for BG Pathum United, having worked so hard in that first half. But he's an old-fashioned striker, Hinterseer. He gets himself into scoring positions. Here he is again, away by Victor. Frustrated looks on the faces of the BG players at the moment, particularly the captain, Victor. Diogo seen to have cleared the danger away from in front of his goalkeeper, but not to be. And Lucas Hinterseer on the stroke of half-time. He scored in the 91st minute against Vital. He scored in the 48th minute here. He's still claiming that there's a foul, but not given. It was Min-jun who put them ahead 24 minutes in. Shot deflected off Tunez and looped over the goalkeeper Chatchai. And then Lucas Hinterseer getting that second goal right on the stroke of half-time to put the defending champions in control and on course for an 11th successive AFC Champions League win. Half-time here, it's Ulsan Hyundai 2, BG Pathum United 0.
Ulsan Hyundai FC.
Welcome back. Teams just making their way out for the second half. Ulsan Hyundai very much in control after that late goal at the end of the first half, put them into a 2-0 lead. Second goal of the tournament for Lucas Hinterseer. Credit to his captain though, Chung Yong, who fired in the shot from a long way out, and Hinterseer with a little flick beyond the goalkeeper Chatchai. Min Jun there had earlier put his side in front. That also took a deflection off a defender though this time. Tunyez seeing the ball looping off him over the goalkeeper. But work to do for BG Pathum United in this second half if they are to get back into the match. Those goals for Ulsan are the first time they've scored against a Thai side in this competition. As we say, they played Muangthong United twice in 2017, drew a blank on both occasions. But the defending champions in good shape here to pick up a second win in 2 matches. That gold badge, of course, the reward for winning the AFC Champions League last season. It will be BG Pathum United in the white to get us underway for the second half. Storm clouds are gathering overhead. Let's hope that's not an omen for the Thai side in this second half, who could do with an early goal just to give them that little bit of a confidence boost. Our Qatari referee gets us underway. Ulsan 45 minutes away from an 11th win and equaling their record from 2014 of winning 11 games in a row. Early touch for Hinterseer at the start of the second half. Scored in the 91st minute in the first game against Vital. It was the 48th minute by my reckoning he got the goal here. Final minute of added time. Vako. No changes to either team, by the way, at half-time. 5 changes can be utilised by either coach. Chung Yong just hauled back by Santipat. It's a free kick. Baltis. Hinterseer looked to be offside, and indeed the flag goes up. Just came from an offside position. Reminder that the other 2 teams in the group will play each other a little bit later on, looking for their first points. FC Kaya from the Philippines and Vital from Vietnam. Yodrak. Sarak. Diogo. Better from BG. Oh, it's horribly sliced by Titipan. Can go for a goal kick right in the corner. But it was a nice build-up by BG. The first time we've seen them string some passes together really in the final third. And it's sliced away by Titipan. Away for a goal kick. BG player down injured here. It's Tunyez. Stayed down. Just took a knock in the ribs, I think, by the look of it. Good old tussle with Hinterseer. Just caught a knee in the ribs, I think, when he went for that challenge. Piachinot. Looks as though it's into the faces of the Ulsan defenders at the moment. Back by Baltis to Hyun-woo. Might be a corner. In fact, he's gone for a throw right in the corner. Quite go. Out for a corner off Chul. Tricky conditions for the players now. Driving rain making life extremely difficult. It's very windy as well. As you can see, the wind right into the face of Hyun-woo in the Ulsan goal. And I think we might see one or two long-range shots from the BG Pathum Patel players coming up. Who'd be a goalkeeper in this? Who'd be a player in this? Kevin Ingresso with the corner. This will swing viciously in towards the goalkeeper. Good safe pair of hands from Hyun-woo. Stoppage here, foul on Hyung-min, who's left down. It was Ingresso just with a mistimed challenge, going through the ball and catching the player. Just clipped that ankle, I think. Hyung-min is okay. Kevin Ingresso, man who hails from the Philippines. Start his career in Germany, Kevin Ingresso, with Hamburg reserves. Played for a couple of lower league sides as well. Chase on here for Min Jun. It's good defending. Play by Tunez. Ingresso. Slipped by Santipar. Here goes Chul. Chung-yong. It's nice play by Ulsan. Chung-yong. Hyung-min just having a game between them at the moment. That's not a great ball. It's turned into a good pass for Diogo. Titipan. He's just forced Tirasel a little bit wide with the pass, but he'll keep it alive here for BG. Santipar. Ingresso. Ulsan have got bodies back behind the ball. All of them, in fact. Forward by Piachinot. Can they create an opening for a shot? Oh, it's a slip inside the penalty area, and that's where the conditions will play a part. Yodrak cutting in, just lost his footing. Ulsan were 10 games unbeaten coming into the competition. That victory in their opening game extended that run to 11 in all competitions. The season resumes on the 21st of July in the K-League, with them currently top. Got back-to-back home games against Daegu and Suwon Blue Wings. So the new Thai League season will start next month. Good preparations this for BG Pathum United. There's Victor. Ingresso. Ball over the top, looking for Hyundai. It just held up on the wind, and Victor was able to clear eventually, but Hyundai was threatening. It was Titipan. Lovely ball, trying to split the two defenders. Good header from Ki-hee. Just held up in the water. Yodrak. Good ball in, too close to the goalkeeper though. There are signs that BG Pathum United, if they get time on the ball, they're having a bit of time inside the final third now, which they weren't in the first half, and looking to create those chances. So the wind is blowing in their favour. That's Victor forced to concede the throw. Vako will leave it. Ulsan throw, leading by 2-0. 11 minutes into the second half in a very rainy Thani. Vako. Still got possession, Vako. He's done brilliantly. Tried to curl it goalwards. It's good save by the goalkeeper. Min Jun denied a second by the legs of Chachai. And now up to Diogo. Tirasil looked to be caught from behind. Good advantage play by the referee. Tirasil stays down. Ball just getting caught up a little in the water at the moment. Ulsan so close to a third goal. Min Jun back in his own half now. Taewon. Here's Min Jun. Yodrak. Min Jun. Sarak. Piachinok. Tried a little touch off, it didn't really work. Now Vako striding forward for Ulsan. End to end at the moment. Chung Yong. Not too many chances being created. Ulsan creating the better. Chung Yong goes for goal! Just wide. It's his shot that led to the second goal on the stroke of half-time, and he fancied another go there. Wasn't too far away. And the Ulsan captain. Hasn't scored in the K-League this season. He has only made one start, Lee Chung-yong. It's actually nicknamed Blue Dragon, which is literally a translation of his name. Chung-yong. Santipap. Sarak. Good ball forward again, but just running through to the goalkeeper. Just out of the reach of Titipan. Here's that chance at the other end. Min Jun just got there ahead of Victor. It was a good save by Chachai. Doesn't matter how you keep them out as a goalkeeper. It's Hyundai. Hyungmin. Bulters. Young-min. It's good play by Vako. Nice ball inside. Flags up for offside against Hinterseer. Just went a fraction too early. I think Min Jun was offside as well. It's clearing on goal, but the defenders had stopped expecting the whistle.
Player number 10, Hyundai, replaced by player number 18, Player number 27,
So we've got a double change here for BG Pathum United. Pathum coming on for his second appearance off the bench. Kevin Ingresso has gone off. Tirasil has also gone off. He's been a little bit quiet today, Tirasil. And Sumanya has also come on for BG for the second half. Chol with the throw. Sumanya wearing number 11. He's on for his first appearance in the competition. Another player that joined PG Pathum United for the start of last season. Made 29 appearances out of the 30 league games. He was pretty much one of the first names on the team sheet. Nominated for Thailand's most valuable player 2020, Sumanya. See if he can live up to that tag here in 2021. Santipark with the throw. Titipan. Tunez. To try and find Diogo, who is in a slightly wider position there. Santipark. Sarak. Diogo allows it to run. Tries to play a little give and go with Titipan. Diogo. A little flick from Sumanya. And then cleared away from danger by Kihi. That'd be a foul by Santipark. The referee's hopefully going to make allowances for the tricky conditions now, particularly with the sliding tackles. That wasn't one that he could blame on the weather. Chung Yong, the man fouled. Might need some treatment here, Chung Yong. What can Aurelio Vidmar do to get his side back into the match? Hinterseer scored the second goal, using his striker's instincts to flick the ball in. Actually made his debut for Ulsan in the Club World Cup against Tigres from Mexico. Here is the goal. It was Chung Yong's shot. He knew exactly what he was doing, Hinterseer. Knew that the goalkeeper would probably have committed himself, and the two combined. Captain with the assist, Hinterseer with the goal. Vako. Ulsan will play their back-to-back games against KOR FC from the Philippines on match days 3 and 4. They'll play them for the first time in 3 days' time on Friday. It's away by T1. Not very far though. Tunez. Look, a foul on Semenya, but nothing's been given. Forward by Yodrak. Eventually the free kick does go the way of Ulsan. It's Myong-jin with a foul. Wasn't too much contact, but enough contact to send Myong-jin tumbling. We are going to see a change from Ulsan Hyundai. It's Chung Yong, the captain, that's coming off. And Kim In-sung, who started the first game, is coming on. Just feeling maybe a knock on the ribs, Chung Yong. Tunez into the corner. It's going to be really tricky for defenders now. Need to make sure that they're getting plenty on the ball, because it is just going to hold up on the tricky surface. I don't think anybody will be looking to use back passes to the goalkeeper in these conditions. They'll be looking to get the ball away as far as possible. Diogo's ball into the centre. Well, it's given away to In-sung, the man who's just come on. Chol. In-sung. Hyung-min has taken over the captain's armband after the departure of Chong Young, and almost finds its way through to Diogo. Good spin in midfield by Myong-jin and by Vako. That's a good ball out wide to In-sung. Nobody in the middle at the moment. Hinterseer racing to get into the centre, but it's a poor touch. And Piachanon will get the ball away. Santipar. Bultis just rides the challenge well, Dave Bultis. And again, In-sung is the intended target. Santipar will get there, and as we saw there, normal circumstances he would have rolled that back to his goalkeeper, but today it's going out of play from Piachanon. Approaching the midway point of the second half. Ulsan Hyundai still leading BG Pathum United by 2-0. In-sung, one of that second half substitute for Ulsan. Piachanon gets a tackle in and prevents the corner, away by Santipar, only as far as Hyung-min. Piachanon. Be a late challenge and a foul by Hyung-min. He's defended well today. Piachanon Darrit had most of last season on loan at Suphanburi before returning to BG. He's been at the club since 2014. He's approaching 100 league appearances. He's on 91 at the moment. Again, Bultis with a header. Diogo. Ball just holding up in the water again, making it tricky. Flicked forward by Semenya. Big appeals for handball, not given by the Qatari referee, Victor. That's Diogo's header. Yodrak can't get onto the loose ball. Well, I think the referee... Oh, it's offside. I think the referee is just going to take advice from the sidelines, because with the standing water on the pitch, I think he may have to... Oh, they're bringing a substitution. I was thinking he was coming across to the sidelines to see potentially about halting the game for a moment there. Sihun has come on for Ulsan Hyundai. Just hold up at the moment. I think the referee's communication device is broken. Might need a couple of AAAs in there. Aurelio Vidmar, not too sure what he might be planning. He's made that double change already. His header all over the top, gathered by Chachai. Hasn't had too much to do in the second half, just that one save from Min Jun with his legs. So he went in search of a second goal. 11 shots from the Koreans so far in the match, and they might fashion something else here. This is Insung. Si-hun is the man that's gone through the middle. Hintasir, it won't quite reach him. Titipan. Well, still going. Dug out towards Samanya. Santipark just lifting the ball off the surface. Oh, it was a good ball from Titipan, but again, just getting held up in the tricky conditions, and Ulsan will look to break here with Taewon. Foul by Taewon. A great challenge. Straight through the back of Samanya, the substitute. Flicked by Diogo. Away by Hintasir, who's back on defensive duty. Nice little chip over the top once again. This is Tunez. And when he wanted the ball to hold up, it didn't, and rolls out of play for a goal kick. BG Pathum United had started the day at the top of the group, because they, by virtue of the fact they scored 4 in their opening match, but at the moment it's Ulsan Hyundai that are going to take over top spot from the Thais. Vital and Kaya will battle out there. Match a little bit later on for their first points of the tournament. Last year, of course, big year for Ulsan when they won this competition. They came through a group with FC Tokyo, Shanghai Shenhua and Perth Glory. 5 out of 6 they won in the group stage. The only blip was a draw with FC Tokyo. They beat Melbourne Victory in the round of 16. Beijing Guoan in the quarter-finals. Vissel Kobe pushed them all the way to extra time in the semi-finals before a 2-1 win over Persepolis. Sumanya trying to slip the ball out wide, defending by Taewon. Offside flag up against Ulsan. Been brought into the game quite a lot since coming on that far side, Kim In-sung. Had a spell in Moscow with CSKA earlier in his career, only made one appearance. Good header back across goal, looking for Diogo, trying to get on the turn. Still Diogo, still turning, but can't get the bend on the ball to take it inside the post. Panic stations at the back for Ulsan. It's lifted forward again towards Diogo. Sumanya back across, trying to find Victor. Can't quite pick him out though. Diogo. Jodrak still going. Toe poke wide of the target. Well, it's a good spell of pressure this for BG, as they try to get themselves back on level terms. Just closed down enough by Ki-hee to make sure that he couldn't see the target. Victor pressing forward to try and add an extra dimension into the attack. Because Ulsan lost their final hero last year, Junior Negrao, who scored both goals in the final. Moved to Changchun Yatai. Scored 67 goals in 94 appearances for Ulsan. Scored 7 in Doha last season in the centralised group matches. We're inside the final quarter of an hour. Away by Taewon. Good ball in again. Flicked away by Victor, who just lost his footing. Couldn't react quickly enough. The goalkeeper came out, Hey Hyun-woo. Baltis was back on defensive duty. And it comes again, away by Ki-hee. And the referee spotted a little shove on Baltis from Victor. And it'll be a free kick to Ulsan Hyundai. Foul on Sarak. So in addition to Kaya against Vital a little bit later on in this stadium, we do have another couple of matches today. That's another chance for Pathum. And again, Victor penalised. There are a couple of games in Group I today. Daegu against United FC, the other Philippine team in action. And Beijing FC taking on Kawasaki Frontale at the Lokomotiv Stadium in Uzbekistan. Victor's not happy. Well, I think the referee has decided that the players are going to have to come off now. The one side of the pitch is under a lot of water at the moment, so Saud Ali Al-Atba brings the players off. I think Victor's saying they should have come off ages ago, but the referee you saw there saying it's my decision. Not too many windows, of course, to get games replayed or resumed, but the problem with Thailand, when the rain comes down, it really does come down, and they've played as long as they can. They've done well, really, to get to 76 minutes. So Ulsan Hyundai leading here by 2-0. Min Jun scored in the first half after 24 minutes. Lucas Hinterseer flicked in stoppage time at the end of the first half. And that's the situation that we have at the moment. Chung Young, the captain, his shot flicked in by Hinterseer. And the defending champions on the verge of an 11th consecutive win to equal their own record. They're the only team that's won 10 games. They've done it twice now, 2014 and 2020, 2021. Well, the referee's from Qatar. He's not used to seeing rain like this. I think it's 50-odd degrees in Qatar at the moment. It's a shame because it was a competitive game. It was a great game between these two sides, but obviously safety of the players has to be paramount. Even the rabbit on the BG Pathum badge doesn't look too happy at the moment. To use an old-fashioned phrase, it's not actually stopping to rain at the moment. So just an update, the players are off the field for the moment. The Qatari referee has taken them off due to quite a lot of standing water on the pitch. Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions, leading by 2-0 against BG Pathum United, who are playing here in their own stadium. Ulsan on the verge of, as we say, an 11th consecutive victory. The players are still down pitch side at the moment. They haven't disappeared down to the dressing rooms as yet. Let's hope this rain stops and we can get a resumption fairly soon. But we'll just leave you with these pictures from Bangkok, or northern Bangkok at the moment, with play suspended at the moment due to heavy rain. Well,
said okay, fine. Yeah, okay, so we just can't do the shoes. Substitutions for Ulsan Hyundai FC. Player number 33, Pathum, replaced by player number 18, Hyundai. Player number 22, Pathum, replaced by player number 6, Pathum. Player number 24, Ulsan, replaced by player number 36, Hyundai.
Well, welcome back after around about a 30-minute stoppage due to the heavy rain and the standing water on the pitch. I'm delighted to say that we are going to have a resumption. We've only got around about 12 minutes to go, I think. Ulsan Hyundai look as though they're making a triple change at the start of the restart. Lim Jong-yun is coming on. Tae-hyun also coming on. And the final change, Park Young-woo. So triple change here. Must give tremendous credit to the ground staff here, who've done a wonderful job to try and get rid of the standing water during the break. The referee came out around about 10-15 minutes ago with the ball and just went up and down the pitch, making sure that the game was playable, and we're back underway again. A reminder, Ulsan Hyundai leading here by 2-0. Min Jun and Hinterseer in the first half. Ulsan, the defending champions. And that's the first yellow card of the game. Vako goes into the book straight after the restart. Did have some chances towards the end of the original part of the game. BG Pathum United, Sumanya. It's headed away by Young-woo, who's just come on. Away by Bultis. Santipop down the line. Nobody inside. Hyung-min is wearing the captain's armband now. He was took over from the captain, who was substituted earlier. We're into the final 10 minutes of the match. Diogo flicked away by Young-woo. Chasing to the corner, Sumanya in a good strong challenge. So Tae-hyun, one of the substitutes out there, as out of Piakchikon. Piachinok. Well, they have come out in the second half, BG Pathum United, to try and get themselves back into the match. They've certainly not been overawed by their opponents. They've had more of the ball. It's In-sung. Forward by Si-hun. Piachinok going back towards his own goal. Ulsan, as we mentioned earlier, have that double header against KOR FC, the Philippine side. On match days 3 and 4 they'll play BG Pathum United again in their final game on the 11th of July. Foul given. Piachinok. Pleased to say that wind has dropped as well. At the rain at its height, the wind was blowing viciously from right to left, straight into the face of the Ulsan goalkeeper Hyun-woo. Hyun-woo with a challenge which has given a free kick away. Victor racing forward for this, the big central defender. Just nudged in the back, he'll go forward, I'm sure, to add some aerial presence for the final moments. Saved in towards Victor, took a flick off Hyun-woo. Sarak. It's got more height than distance in terms of the cross on it. Vako with a header. Two BG players just getting in the way of each other. Now In-sung might be able to break out here for the Koreans. He's got good pace. In-sung needs someone to get through the centre. Si-hun arriving. It's just too long for him. Keeper hesitated, knew that his defender was there. Yodrak just did enough to shepherd it behind for the goal kick. As you can see, Victor has stayed forward now. Here he is for Diogo. Diogo gets there ahead of Ki-hee. Can't get the ball across, though. Trying to get that long ball working for them, BG, at the moment, but it's not quite coming off. This is In-sung. And, of course, there's always the chance that Ulsan could catch them out of position and add a third, which really would put the game to bed once and for all. Tunez is back on defensive duty. Still In-sung. Tunez with a good block. It'll be a BG ball. Good play by Santipap. Away by Tunez. Towards Victor. Can't pick him out, though. Hyung-min. Ulsan on the verge of 11 wins in a row, equaling their own record from 2014. Will be a second clean sheet for them as well if they can keep BG at bay for the final 5.5 minutes. There's Vako. Two number 8s locking together. Titipan has done well. Good tenacity. Back to his feet with the ball. Still they come forward. Just misses Victor. Away by Bultis. Foul on In-sung. Now, the players will only have 3 days before the next match. There's a busy schedule in the AFC Champions League group stages. Well, Ho Myung-bo knows all about comebacks from 2-0 down. He was in the Korea side that were trailing Spain with 5 minutes to go in 1994 in the World Cup. He scored one and made one in a 2-2 draw. It's a long time ago, but things like that resonate hard with coaches. He'll be trying to emphasise to his players that this isn't over until the final whistle. Yodrak making his way off for BG Pathum United. Chatri is the player that's come on. Youngwoo. Insung just outrun it slightly. Ulsan Hyundai, one of those sides. 12 Korean sides have triumphed in the AFC Champions League. Ulsan have won it twice, of course, 2012 and 2020. Didn't get out of the group stage in 2017. It's been a sort of fairly mixed bag for them, really. They've got through to the knockout stages more often than not. That's when it becomes a little bit problematic for them. Touched out of play by Youngwoo. Piachinok. Launched long by Sarak towards Victor. Tunez was all over Taewon there. That has to be a free kick. Kept going as long as he could, Taewon. Credit to him. But Tunez, the man who deflected Minjun's shot in for the first goal, it's not been the best of afternoons or the best of evenings for the BG defenders. There's Titipan. That'll be a foul. Aurelio Vidmar work to do before his side's next match against Vittel in 3 days' time. Piachinok. Hoisted long, just held up slightly in the conditions, but Victor unable to get there before Hyunwoo can gather. It's not been the best of days for Diogo. Scored those 2 goals in the opening match. He hasn't had too much clear-cut in the way of chances today. Tirasil, who also scored twice, taken off earlier on in the match. Victor's header, ball just does roll over the line and out of play. Chatri, who came on a moment or so ago, has been at Bangkok Glass or BG all his career. Chatri Chimtale, just a one loan spell at Chiang Mai back in 2006. 246 appearances for BG. Was actually a worker at the glass company, and it became Bangkok Glass. 100 career goals to his name as well. Foul by Diogo, who's going to get a card here. Yellow card for Diogo. It's just the second yellow card of the evening as well. He's refereed well in difficult conditions, Mr. Al Abda from Qatar. So Diogo Santa goes into the book, and we're into added time. 3 minutes of it to come here. There's another yellow card as well. I think it's Hyun Min that's got the yellow card. He was claiming he was the victim in all that. Sarak with the free kick. It was on by Diogo's header initially, on by Chatri, but comfortable for Hyun-woo. It was just held up in the water, but Chatchai managed to get there first, although didn't clear it very far. It's all getting a little bit messy now. Another free kick. Si-hun, the player that's gone down holding his back. There was the initial challenge from Sarak. He went down, then Pathum got involved. Well, they've shown their character, I think, today. Ulsan Hyundai coming here as course of the defending champions, looking to be pretty much shot down by everybody, but they've survived the tricky conditions. They've survived some chances from BG Pathum United. They've been pushed all the way, despite the fact they lead 2-0. All the way across, no one able to get a touch in the centre. Good clearance by Taewon. Nodded off by Si-hun. Piachinok just couldn't quite reach it. Sumanya, good ball in. Diogo! Straight into the chest of the keeper, and another good save. Brilliant double save by Hyun-woo. Sumanya and Tunez both denied by the goalkeeper in quick succession. Hasn't had too many saves to make, but that it's a stunning effort, and he might not be over yet. Diogo comes to Tunez again. Diogo back to goal, went for the overhead, just too high. Well, there goes the whistle, bang on 3 minutes added time. Diogo couldn't find the net today, neither could his teammates. But BG Pathum United certainly haven't disgraced themselves in a 2-0 defeat. Tunez going close right at the end. Brilliant double save from Hyun-woo to keep his goal intact. And the defending champions making 11 wins in a row, equaling their run from 2014 when they also won 11. They've kept a clean sheet as well. It was Kim Myung-jin with a deflected shot off Tunez in the first half that put them in front, and then Lucas Hinterseer deflecting in past Chatchai in first half stoppage time. We had a half-an-hour break because of the weather, but we were able to get the game completed in the end, and it's Ulsan Hyundai, the defending champions, who take the 3 points in defence of their title, and they sit top of the group comfortably now, 3 points clear of BG Pathum United. Full-time score here in the delayed match. It's finished Ulsan Hyundai 2, BG Pathum United 0.